So I started 1 month vegan challenge after reading the news that was on August 30, 2024. And that was the second time I was reading in the news, seeing in the newspaper that the agriculture minister was planning to establish slaughterhouse. It was a very devastating news for me. And it was on the same month I met the people who are promoting vegan. So I invited them to our monastery to do the 1 month vegan challenge. First, it's because of compassion. The Buddha said that compassion is the source of dharma, and only through practicing compassion we can generate bodhicitta to benefit many sentient beings. Second reason is it doesn't harm any beings, and it's good for the environment. It prevents the global warming, and it does not bring any natural disaster. And thirdly, it's the pure nourishment. The Buddha says, Dignichulante mekase, that means the pure food without negative karma, and it is accordance to the Dharma. And lastly, so it's important that we be the change and we practice what we preach. We have to walk the talk.
In Bhutan, Lama Kunzang Dorji Rinpoche has initiated a radical program. Rinpoche has decided that his monastery will adopt a 100% plant-based diet for a whole month in a program called Vegan Challenge Month. In a time of individual and global crisis, Lama Rinpoche offers an inspiring narrative that faith can lead and not lag in the fight for sustainable solutions.
Good morning. So could you tell us what is happening here?
So today is a very auspicious day. So we are starting the vegan challenge, which is good for the body, speech, and for the mind. Our monastery is vegetarian, but just being vegetarian, I found it was not enough. The main thing is that we want to learn about the nutrition in the plant-based diet.
For this program, the monastics needed and found critical allies in Zach Lobos of the Veg Voyages Foundation, joined by vegan advocate Aparajita Ashish, Michelin-starred chef Narhari Gupta, along with public health specialist Dr. Harsha Atmakuri for a full spectrum of expert and emotional support. What made this program truly revolutionary was the elevation of veganism to an institutional commitment.
You see, such a beautiful monastery, right? So this monastery has the potential to change the Buddhist world.
Even vegetarian Buddhists are not necessarily vegan. They drink milk, but we can see prayers by Atisha Dipamkara that the prayers to cleanse the negative karma created by drinking milk also. So if you look at that, it totally shows that it is not good karma actually. So it's only that we have not been able to abandon that.
Not just destroying our planet, but it is also destroying our human health.
And one of the reason is here in Gelefu, many of our friends and elder people are diagnosed by cancer, and that is most of them are diagnosed with colonial cancer, stomach cancer.
For the program, there was expert oversight by online medical consultants such as Dr. Vittilingam Pillai.
These are cancers which can be avoided, like cancer of the breast, cancer of cervix, prostate in human, and then your stomach cancers. Let me share 42% of men are overweight or obese, and 49% are women. Yeah, which I think it is quite high. And cholesterol also is quite high. You look at the blood pressure, there are about 21%, 21.6% are having raised blood pressure. Only 37.5% are aware of their diagnosis, and only 21.5% are on treatment. See, these are the lifestyle-related chronic diseases like diabetes, obesity, hypertension, cardiac diseases, which is on the rise. What is going wrong? It is the improper food that we take. We can reverse diabetes. We can reverse blood pressure. We can reverse cholesterol. You can either choose you want food or you want medicine. Choice is yours.
As the wheels of change turned, waves of aspirations rippled outwards, carrying prayers of sacred change throughout the world.
So here, almost all the monks in the monastery are participating for the vegan challenge, and then there we have the local community, so who are joining us also.
I'm a frequent visitor of this Lhagam here in Purba Lhagam, and then I heard from the Rinpoche and the associates that there's a vegan program that's going to happen, and then it was quite interesting for me because for the past 1-2 years I've been actually thinking about cutting down and hopefully become a vegetarian, in fact, because I'm a big meat eater, by the way.
This is going to be a history. This is going to a revolutionary program for a lot of people, because this is going to set an example.
In a deeply spiritual nation like Bhutan, where Buddhist masters are the foremost agents of behavioral change, Lama Rinpoche embraced his sacred responsibility, becoming a living catalyst for personal and institutional change.
Lama Kunzung is the main hero, I would say, of the whole program, because he suggested everyone in the meeting on a very first day that everyone should take vow.
During the introductory meeting, Lama Rinpoche instructed the participants to a larger purpose: how to live more fully in alignment with our Buddhist values, rooted in the intention to benefit all sentient beings, saving our vulnerable animals, preserving a Dharma kingdom at the crossroads, and protecting the planet itself.
So first I'm taking the vow, and then they will hold me.
And without any hesitation, everybody, like not a single person stepped out. Everybody took vow, and they vowed to follow this whole 30 days plant-based or 100% vegan diet. So I was very surprised and really happy.
With the first taste of vegan snacks, the journey of mindfulness and lived compassion truly began.
Also, I was so happy to see their determination. And they are monks, they are really, mentally strong. So I could not have think about any other place. This is the best place.
Vegan advocacy has a reputation for being heavy-handed, But the introductory education class was rooted in facts and delivered with gentle clarity. The approach was to enlighten rather than confront.
मैंने पूछा vegan का मतलब क्या है? As a doctor, I should know that word, right? So this is the kind of education most doctors receive, and धीरे धीरे awareness बढ़ रहा है, and more and more doctors are realizing the power of food.
What we need is treat the patient, not the disease. So there are so many types of diet people try, but nothing works for a long period of time. It's the vegan food because it is easy. 2000 to 2018, the number of vegans have risen because they are worried about their health.
Before I didn't heard of the vegan also, so when Lama Rinpoche and doctor and that dietitian, when you all came here talking about vegan, I didn't know that vegan is different from vegetarian and non-vegetarian.
पहले हम लोग चीज खाते हैं, व्यू खाते हैं पहले, अभी वो छोड़ के बहुत अच्छा हो गया, अभी नहीं खाता है ना, इसलिए अच्छा हो गया.
Have been processing soy products on a daily basis here, and I'll make sure today and tomorrow that the team is well motivated to do it at least for the next whole month, so that we have good quality and good quantity of these products for the kitchen team to use.
The program began to enthusiastic response. People both within and outside the monastery were all lending a hand. From this exuberant dedication, a tangible transformation began to take shape.
For today and tomorrow, my focus would be mainly on menu planning for the next 20-25 days.
Chef Narhari guided the kitchen staff, reimagining beloved favorites, veganized yet full of flavor, familiar yet transformed, including the beloved masala chai, so that this journey did not feel like a sacrifice, but an open invitation.
In the community kitchen itself, we have done so many things. We have made so many changes within the menu. We have trained the kitchen team, and not just for regular food we have trained them. We have actually trained them for processing soy into many soy products like soy milk, tofu, and cheese.
I actually enjoyed preparing tofu and cheese, and also like the taste of cheese.
Bhutan love cheese, and that's why we have given special focus on producing cheese and came up with two different varieties. One is the cream cheese, Evadachi, and the other one is a block cheese. A block cheese can be used in salads, sandwiches, and places where not a lot of moisture is required.
After vegan challenge started, we are given more protein, more nutritionally balanced. So like if I'm giving today 50% vegetables and there's 25% rice and 25% protein. So we are trying to keep that maintained.
At the beginning of the second week, the medical pre-screening reports arrived and was duly assessed by the medical experts.
This is the monastery, this is public. So the outsiders are comparatively much healthier. The initial results were very worrying. 11 monks, that is 1 in every 4, had high blood pressure. One of them was just 20 years old. 4 monks have dangerously high cholesterol. When it comes to BMI, 11 monks were obese. 8 monks were overweight.
The medical results revealed key insights that was carefully translated by Lama Rinpoche so that each monk could understand and act on the implications with clarity.
There is low MCHC values. It can be because of anemia, of course, but there can be the nutritional deficiencies like vitamin B6, zinc, copper deficiency, iron deficiency, of course.
All the reports have come. That is before starting the vegan challenge.
Exactly.
Now, after that, even for me, today I did a random blood test, and then about 100 is like gone down. What we can do is whoever has this red marked, I think they should be put in the same row.
Exercise is very important because the HDL seems to be 18%. They're low, because there's no food that can bring up the HDL level.
6:30 go to bed, but ni 7 sabani.
According to the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO, Bhutan's per capita meat consumption in the year 2022 was 22 kg per person per year. This includes poultry, pork, beef, fish. This is 7 kgs higher than an average per capita meat consumption of India. Egg intake is also higher than India, whereas coming to milk, there is very limited data available, though Bhutan imports large amounts of milk and cheese from India every year.
Yes. So everyone is ready, as you can see here. Everyone is.
Hello, good morning to all.
Each step of this journey was guided by experts like Dr. Shweta, a distinguished dietitian, ensuring a guided path towards nutrition and transformation.
So, how are you feeling now?
So I'm feeling actually good, no problem, feeling much better. So sometimes I used to feel quite tired, but that I'm not feeling. Biscuit is a biscuit cream cracker, they say, no sugar. So it's planned for diabetes, but I don't know how good that is.
We have to look at the ingredients first. What is the first ingredient in it? It has the major quantity of that. If it's refined flour, don't take it. Then they say it's no sugar, but there are the chances of maltose, dextrose, maltodextrins, and all that hidden sugars.
So we have to look at nutritional information and misinformation.
In Bhutan, where people are unaccustomed to such knowledges, this has become a critical skill to mindful living in this modern world where processed food have saturated our marketplace and eating habits. After 2 weeks of newfound knowledge, it was now time to step beyond the monastery walls and carry the message of transformation to the local community, with an open invitation to all to witness the live demonstrations of this journey.
You guys don't if you're free. It's right there. The experts are here. If you can learn some recipes.
Lama wants
In the local restaurants, Narhari immersed himself in the local menus, studying ingredients, flavors, and kitchen practices in preparations for the live demonstrations. The live demonstrations was intended to introduce the new participants to the world of vegan cuisine. By now, the trained monks work seamlessly beside Chef Narhari, skilled and assured.
Nikolai Chirun Shingila on Zamuriga, Hodas, Zamuriga, Hobiomla, and Rajinetanga, Nepa Fini, Omsh, Penani, Shakam Sunila, Nabu deforestation. What else did they have from me?
Finally, it was time to savor one of Bhutan's favorite dishes, emadasi. The success of the demonstration was seen when participants made a beeline for the last remaining emadasi.
ये बहुत मीठा है ना, एक हफ्ता खाने से हमको पेट हो जाएगा, मोटा हो जाएगा.
During the program, participants with conditions received close personal attention, with their diets carefully tailored in response to ongoing diagnosis.
One more thing I have to add, that don't stick to one oil only. That's coconut oil. If you're sticking to, it's okay. But if you're using the seed oil, then change the oil in every cycle.
Chocolate also, sugar-free chocolate also not good.
Now, if it's homemade, like from dark chocolate you're making it at Monastery, it's okay, but it's not possible. If people are taking like one piece of chocolate for a taste, is okay, not more than that.
First add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients.
Vegan cuisine is a new language in Bhutan's kitchen, so our experts became guides, helping weave mindful plant-based choices into our culinary practices, including popular food choices such as vegan chocolate cookies.
We have quite a long work from the Buddha, from about the Sutra. So explaining that all sentient beings are have been our mother for many, many lifetimes.
At the end of the third week, the monastery hosted a community tasting event to celebrate the power and culinary delights of vegan cuisine. Each participant bought a vegan dish, and together they created a vibrant feast of color, flavor, and imaginative diversity.
The diversity of produce that is available in Gelefu or in Bhutan overall is such that if we focus on plant-based and growing more varieties of plant-based foods, then we can definitely have a amazingly mindful and nutritious lifestyle.
hungry vegan.
Lama Rinpoche's boundless aspirations stretched far beyond a single monastery or community. Lama had envisioned a blueprint, simple and practical, so that this sacred movement could be replicated everywhere.
And then I came in with a plan, a 5 mindful plan. Since Guinefu is going to be the Guinefu mindful city, so His Majesty has a great vision and it has already started. So we also thought we have to participate.
Rooted in aligned principles, the vegan program honored His Majesty's inspired vision, the Guinefu Mindfulness City, bringing the art of mindfulness and wisdom to life, not as abstract ideals, but as a lived reality.
Malavi, dari naba zamling nalu, nambi chudigi gyakab lashichira du, devoda du name majemi gachi du, totosunsigi pana gade mindu, ani gachimos. 아니 낭비 취득이 댄사지 민도세 낭비 취득이 홈세미지 력제지 가테 마제스 아니 나치나 두게갑나루 시축나니스 디 두게갑기 든들레 잠치메 점링기 든들레니스 we will build the first Buddhist city in the world.
And we thought, why not have plant-based as the roots of mindfulness city, so that when this city will emerge as one of the great cities in the entire world, then people will look at it and take it as an inspiration that, okay, if you want to live mindfully, you must follow plant-based diet, which is cruelty-free and free from slaughter and suffering of animals.
The first precept of the Buddha is, from the 5 precepts, it is also not to kill. And from the 10 non-virtuous things which we have to avoid, that is also the first the Buddha says is to do not kill.
The fourth and final week of the Vegan Challenge Month program was dedicated to honoring mindfulness with a week-long winter mindfulness camp designed to take this mindful journey to the entire nation.
So from our 5 mindful is first being vegetarian. So being vegetarian, we promote vegetarian. We do not force people to be vegetarian. If people want to be vegetarian, then we give them the vegetarian the vow.
For the past few decades, Lama Rinpoche has quietly championed vegetarianism, serving as a steadfast guide for a mindful lifestyle. Through his sacred vows, he has touched countless Bhutanese lives, personal commitments that ripples outwards, nurturing a living culture of compassion in our Dharma kingdom.
And second mindful is that we have thought is just being vegetarian is not enough. We have to have organic. So we have already started the organic plantation. And the third mindful is exercise. So in the spiritual, we have already started doing prostration. So every day, our monks and the local community, some of them will gather, and then we do some prayer and do some prostration.
Exhale on the right. Inhale up and then exhale on the right.
The fourth mindful activity is then we want to introduce meditation. fifth is mindful is that we want to every 3 months or 6 months we want to do our animal release.
Animal release or theta. The Buddhist practice of saving animals from imminent death lies at the core of Lama Rinpoche's compassionate activities and is regarded as one of the highest forms of merit. From this ground, this commitment naturally deepened into active advocacy for vegetarianism as a practical way to save countless animal lives. Yet, along the way, as many embraced vegetarianism, health challenges surfaced, revealing the limitations of diets lacking nutritional balance. This realization sparked a deeper engagement with nutritional science and leading global experts. This collaboration and inquiry ultimately led to the embrace of veganism. The message of the first winter mindfulness camp echoed throughout the nation, across print and television.
100% plant-based nutritional diet program was one of the primary activities that the participants found helpful.
I'm vegetarian, but I was not able to know the proper nutrition, like which food to eat, then I was not able to feed myself proper nutrition. So that's why I had I used to fall sick, and people used to criticize for, being vegetarian. So I feel bad for that. But now I know, what are the protein-based diet I have to eat and all.
At the conclusion of the winter mindfulness camp, Lama Rinpoche welcomed the Honorable Governor of the Gelfu Mindfulness City with an offering of a full vegan meal, which was received with stated satisfaction, befitting His Excellency's background as a medical surgeon and former Prime Minister of Bhutan.
My guru used to say that just being vegetarian, you have accomplished half the Dharma. The full Dharma is enlightenment. So being vegan, it is more.
His Holiness Chapje Chadal Rinpoche is the inspirational Buddhist master who spearheaded the vegetarian transformation across monasteries in the Himalayas and beyond. As his devoted student, Lama Rinpoche appears destined to carry forward and expand this auspicious legacy.
Just eating food is like practicing. We don't have to go necessarily to the monastery. Just eating food, we are accumulating merit.
The before and after medical screenings was critical as it promised undeniable evidence of the immediate benefits of a vegan diet in reversing lifestyle diseases and renewing spiritual energy.
Rangam comfortable group. Just go on some another vegan salad and I would be Sigini was in Mawa Soyaga Site Usani, Hampi Jagini Soya Milk Gaja, Yom Soso Hangamala, Hamtira Ibaki, vegan food is also Hangatong Mala, Hampiskin as our body.
पहले तो बैठने में बहुत तकलीफ था अभी बहुत अच्छा हो गया.
When I go to bathroom, I used to have a problem in doing passing stool. Now after having vegan food, now I don't have to press and do that. It comes easily.
Then came the moment of truth. The results revealed remarkable and undeniable findings. The medical results was ample cause for rejoicing, which is also a celebrated Buddhist practice to honor auspiciousness and also joyfully mark the promise of spreading that auspiciousness to the world.
11 monks that is 1 in every 4, had high blood pressure. One of them was just 20 years old. After 30 days, 4 returned to normal. So BMI, 11 monks were obese. 3 moved down to overweight. 8 monks were overweight. 3 returned to normal after the 30-day challenge. And a 17-year-old monk who was underweight managed to reach in the normal BMI range. Coming to cholesterol, 4 monks have dangerously high cholesterol at the beginning. All 4 of them came to normal range within just 1 month. On average, every monk lost 1.6 kgs of weight without any fasting. And the most striking change was in the head Lama himself, Venerable Kunzang Dorje Rinpoche, who has chronic diabetes, saw his blood fasting sugar come down from above 300 to 163 in just 30 days. To conclude, these outcomes show something very powerful. When we change what we eat, how we eat, and the environment we live in, the body can heal far faster than most people can imagine. Even within a monastic lifestyle, even within 1 month, the transformation was clear and measurable. This program showed that simple dietary changes can improve the health of individuals, communities, and ultimately the nation.
So this year, December 4, we have started the vegan challenge. And then we are looking forward to continue that, not only for 1 month challenge, we are going to continue that.
After completing my 30 days, whenever I go, I used to say, I'm not, they're offering me milk, something, water, cheese. No, I'm not going to have that at all.
The program's impact was further underscored by the findings of Bhutan Stroke Foundation. In a nation where the average stroke risk stands at an alarming 80%, the foundation officially declared that the youngster community had achieved a historic milestone, becoming the first community in Bhutan with 0 risks of stroke. This remarkable achievement was promptly shared on the foundation's official Facebook account on February 2nd, 2025. The month-long vegan challenge program had proved the transformative power of mindful nutrition. But how could such a movement reach the wider world? The answer lay in sustainability.
The main aim is to make it available to everyone, and to make it available, it has to be accessible, affordable, and it has to be tasty.
To ensure affordability of plant-based food, the monastery installed a complete suite of soy milk and tofu making machinery, thoughtfully tailored to the rhythms of monastic life.
And the soybean is not difficult to source. It can be almost found everywhere in Bhutan. The ingredients are bought from Nonam mainly, and then Tashigang and Kurpe. And it's very organic and it's very cheap if you compare with the milk, and it's very healthy.
The monastery then invited renowned chefs and food scientists to elevate taste, flavor, and culinary quality.
One of the purpose of my coming here is to train some of the people, like I've trained some of the monks here and some ladies into making of various products.
So I've already been here in Bhutan for a few days now, and I can see the Bhutanese people like a very chewy texture. They like their food spicy. The best thing about tofu is you can make it the way you want it. The smoked tofu, for example, has a very smoky flavor, and I think the people would love it here.
We have certain techniques in food processing. Without using preservatives, we can bring about a good taste to soya milk.
Actually, for me, I think it'll be a great high when monasteries, schools actually use it in their diet, because where I come from, they do it. So once these bigger, larger institutions start using it, that would really mean that change is coming.
And slowly but surely, change began to soon arrive.
being mindful, healthy should not be expensive. And we want to now supply this to schools, to the TASAM, and whoever is interested, and in a very minimum price. A very minimum price where it will be affordable.
Personally, completed healthy and nutritious food nagtry ito bisanin natin at sila dapat sa mga mga chito available sila dalutin kahit na lo ang include be sa may saving kasi tama ba.
Yeah, it's way much better than what we normally. I think we should inculcate this practice at our home. Thank you.
사강기 데다가도 지진의 차시도 나는 데리고 나타나 사강기 저가 제일 수대 학교치 대신에 그다 간다 배마서도 더우치 나로 니치 되려 시험 먹어내 이 시험에서 말아 같이 이 제고치 거기 transfer 칭신 때가 나는 좀 많이 수준이
Only just by eating this pure food, I think, with pure intention, this is going to save, it's good for the environment, it's going to save the animals, and I think there's countless benefits.
This mindful movement was soon embraced by monasteries and spiritual masters as their natural responsibility.
마세들이 저까지 막 저절로 저기 탑람 너무도 저도 나가 그 그래 아침 차탈 소거 또지 그럼 저 뭐지 그래서 제가 아니 되게 일단 나와 저기 다스트제 나르기 됐죠 이슬에 다킬 보고 제가 저기 남쪽 저들을 그때 또 세디 막 걱정이 이제 처럼 된지기 때 저거 되돌이 됐으니
tangi tasana na bawaji ni siapa pun. Oh, jadi musik kita tu berang macam tu. Kita mau kaya. Nanti pernah yuk. Laskar. Ini orang lagi tu kita tu. Laskar itu. Laskar itu. Laskar itu. So,
솔직히 정원수가 화진을 객관적인 관심을 주기를
For a country with Bhutan's population size, if its people collectively use their land and natural resources to grow rich, organic varieties of fruits, grains, and vegetables, Bhutan can become not only healthy and self-sustainable, but also a shining example for the world.
Over the decades, Lama Rinpoche has emerged as one of Bhutan's foremost advocates for animal welfare, championing the protection of vulnerable lives. He has consistently engaged with eminent stakeholders, including the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Livestock.
So, the better all meat processing unit in last community.
In 2025, Lama Rinpoche deepened this commitment by actively engaging with the honorable members of parliament, courageously lending his voice to those who cannot speak for themselves.
Let's run through the agenda first. We have been able to talk, discuss, and put our words of compassion to the honorable members.
Lama Rinpoche has further emerged as a leading advocate for mindful food systems. He now engages directly with the honorable representatives on the profound scientific and spiritual benefits of plant-based food systems. Fostered in an atmosphere of trust and intimate cooperation, these interactions have been instrumental in advancing both immediate protection and long-term systemic change for the welfare of Bhutan's vulnerable animals.
The animal-based protein food, the plant-based protein food session yela. The plant-based protein foods nale, the ngachelu gomigi, tsambe, vitamins, the minerals, kara, mitop sessioni. The lalu vitamins, the minerals, the shana le chamchi topni du sessioni.
Every doubt and challenge was met and resolved with the guidance of our expert partners.
Is it correct to say if you serve a plant-based diet to the students of Bhutan, they will be nutritionally deficient?
I'd say the notion that plant-based products don't have all the required nutrition is completely false. Plant-based products or plants have all the nutrients that humans need, not only to survive but to thrive. A lot of this is evidenced by the fact that some of the world's best athletes, Novak Djokovic, Venus Williams, Lewis Hamilton, Formula One GOAT, all of them are plant-based.
My mission here in Jangsa is to help with the fortification program.
Our focus at this moment is to add calcium, vitamin B12 and vitamin D3 to these products. In general, people are highly deficient in these across the world, definitely especially in Bhutan, India and other places as well. So our means of addressing this gap is to not only provide a plant-based option for people, but also provide them with these nutrients so that if they consume 300 gram or 400 gram, they're sorted on a lot of these requirements.
Now we have been able to fortify all the products that the public can have the full nutritional needs met. And our aim is to share our experience so others can adopt and follow the same path with confidence.
The monastery is now committed not only to expanding its vegan products, such as bean curd skin, but also to fortifying all such offerings.
And it's almost the end of our third trip. And now we have developed 11 products range for Jangsa Foods. And these product ranges from tofu to lentil tofu to mayonnaise to sauces to cheese, block cheese, even chocolates.
Then came a moment of profound blessings. Lama Rinpoche and his dedicated monks made an offering of a full vegan spread to His Holiness Japji Je Khenpo, the supreme head of the monastic body of Bhutan.
생진 탐지라는 게 진짜 정말 인세. 다 생진 직세 발전. 다 저러가지 가노마도 디과디야지. 디고로 nombadan gölü sosotarbe nombadan gölü dikwadiyachi delle changdomle rangi tinje phaba sebi dikwadiya dasdanga gyawangde tendegi dawurere bochi sebi dikpa danga jadruge habnambi ja dang tonggi jitungi leji sada ani jitungi legi number minbadi jitunlu minga jitunlu minbadi da gegablo delle sayumji jungne taw Churi Tony Dow, Mugi Tony Dow, Matu Tony Dow, Ani, that he Jumagi Timberkin, the Canada Yoko, then your Bayolo, Juru, Sailing Lukumindo, Menu Lukumindo, Tiru Lukumindo, the Ani Kenyan did, Kadeli Juso, take you the Paladin de Gate, Mugi, Ani de Matabara, she put the country.
This movement soon gained further momentum as eminent Buddhist masters, such as Chapje Karab Rinpoche, whose influence reaches widely across the country, lent his blessings through active participation.
Lama Kunzang, he used to be a my biggest enemy because he is the one always stop eating meat. So I eat meat and he's the one stopping eating meat. So from today, I try to be his friend now. So therefore, let's try this noble cause.
Ni loma baka saga korgate ikwa ni onin alpa jempubu mala ani petun lekudur thaligisa ani satup chatawacha ani pegila ni naiba sachakpe reba chonila ni sachascho ani sa nyungpugila namsang sa nyungpu chosni bu choscho chadni bu chacho ani pegila.
Eminent global spiritual masters such as Jabje, Zongsar, Jamyang, Shinse Rinpoche also blessed this compassionate movement with their spiritual influence.
And I'm not even talking religiously here. I'm talking about something that is scientifically agreed upon and proved time and again. So even if you are somebody who really cares about the future world, looks like eating no meat or at least less meat seems to be preferred. So of course, as a Buddhist, and especially as somebody who follows Mahayana Buddhism, Shakyamuni Buddha has specifically discouraged us people eating meat.
So good.
Slowly, the message of mindful, compassionate nutrition traveled beyond Bhutan, from monasteries in Mustang, Nepal, and in Ladakh, India, to reach the serene hill town of Kalimpong in India.
आफूलाई एउटा नयाँ जोसहरू आउँछ अन्त हामीले पनि यो मनमा अठोट गर्छु डिसिजन लिन्छ कि अब भविष्यमा गएर चाहिँ हामीले टोटली नै भेगन हुनुपर्ने रहेछ
त्यही रुटिन खाना बनाउँदै मटन चिकन फिस हो तर अगर तपाईँले मैले अघि भनेको बार बार भन्दैछु गुरु दीक्षा एकखेप लिएपछि चाहिँ मनमा एक किसिम बसेपछि चाहिँ यो छाप तपाईँले अरूलाई पनि भन्नुपर्छ त्योबाट बचित हुनसक्छ केही न केही फाइदा परिवारलाई पनि हुन्छ समाजलाई पनि हुन्छ देशलाई पनि हुन्छ.
As this transformative movement gathers momentum, at its heart stands one spiritual leader whose unwavering commitment to lived compassion has turned aspirations into reality. From guiding monks to inspiring communities, Lama Rinpoche has crafted a living blueprint, offering monastic institutions a path to lead change, nourish the planet, and awaken hearts. The Vegan Challenge Month program is more than a successful pilot. It is a declaration that faith can be green, compassion can be institutionalized, and ancient traditions can ignite modern transformations. If a small monastery in Bhutan can lead the way for mindful and compassionate change, imagine what the great spiritual centers of the world could do, or a visionary nation could do for the entire world.
Mantras, where the